My name's Nora White and I'm the Education and Outreach Specialist at the Thurston Conservation District. Today we're going to show you how to use our manure spreader that we rent out and walk you through the steps of using that and talk a little bit about how to safely spread manure.
Our manure spreading program runs from April through October, and it's a reservation system that takes into account the weather conditions, and that'll be a part of your process. So today we're in a hayfield. It's overcast, which is ideal conditions for spreading. It's the middle of September. We've had some light rainfall, so we've got grass that's greening up, and we're still in that ideal window for spreading in the fall. The ground is not saturated, and it's good conditions there, and there hasn't been any rain for the last day or so, and there won't be for another couple of days. So it's that ideal window of time in terms of precipitation too. So for the grass, you want the height to be about 4 to 6 inches, which is going to be perfect for the clearance of your tractor, as well as the plants themselves having enough roots to uptake those nutrients that you're about to put on. So the grass here is perfect today. It's about 6 inches tall, greening up really nicely.
There's a couple of different things you need to do to make sure that you unload the manure spreader properly. First, we're going to undo the safety winches on here. Then there's a ramp to undo at the back. And then lastly, there's a winch system to slowly and carefully back the spreader off of the trailer. We've loosened it with the winch enough that we can now unhook the spreader and carefully back it off by hand to get connected with the tractor that we're going to use to pull it. The manure spreader attaches to whatever you're towing it with a pin hitch. Today we're going to use a tractor. You can use anything that has 20 horsepower or over, and you do not need to have PTO. So you can use a tractor like we are today, you could use a heavy-duty riding lawnmower, a heavy-duty quad, or a vehicle. You're going to want to make sure that you remove this pin and flip this arm up, and then you can line up your tow hitches here and use the pin to secure them. Today we're going to spread some of the finished manure from our manure pile. We keep our static manure pile covered with a tarp year-round when it's not being added to, and we're going to load up the bucket of the tractor with some of this nice finished compost. These are the paddles that spin as you drive, and this is the chain that progresses and pulls the manure towards the back. As you can see, you can just load your manure straight in on top of the chain. There's one on each side, and so as you drive, this chain moves along, brings it to the paddles, and the paddles flip and spread the manure out the back. The manure spreader is ground driven. There are 2 levers that you need to know about. Both of them, when they're in their up position, means they are unengaged, and when they are in their down position means they're engaged. The driver's side lever engages the paddles at the back, which throw the manure out the back of the spreader, and the passenger side lever engages the chain at the bottom, which helps move the manure throughout the spreader and get it to the paddles. So if I engage them both, then once you start driving, everything will be moving and ready to go. You can also keep the chain unengaged and just have the paddles going, and that's okay for moving around also. The speed at which you drive is going to be a little bit dependent upon what you're towing the spreader with. Today with the tractor, we're probably going to go between 10 and 15 miles per hour. You never want to drive above the maximum speed of 20 miles per hour with the chain engaged. But feel free to always do a test run before you really get started to make sure everything is engaged and running smoothly, and then you'll be really ready to get spreading. you get the equipment, you'll also receive a binder and a bucket that has a helpful scrub brush in it. In the binder, we have some very specific cleaning instructions that we ask you to follow both before and after using the equipment. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to call our staff.